You could be in denial all the fuck you want. You're gonna play this fucking take back and you're gonna get some fucking learning. And I don't give a fuck if you like what I'm saying or you don't. Yo, yeah, I gotta pay bills. No, you really don't respect yourself. See? And when you unpack that, then you understand why the type of men is in your life. And
I shout out to all my returning subscribers. Y'all already know your boy is not back in the studio yet. That's why we're doing things a little different. We're doing reactions and stuff. But I got a really good video for y'all, so make sure you buckle up. Now I mean, enjoy your ride, enjoy your cooking session, enjoy your shower session if you're in the shower right now. All right, because I got a really good video right now, so turn me up.
They could run game on you, right? But not everybody has the intelligence that you have for them to think the way that you do.
But look what you're saying, right? Look what you're saying. You going to hell talking about you got an AC. You can't go to hell with a truck full of ACs talking about, hey, we're going to give out ACs. You work in nightlife. So at the end of the day, listen, let me tell you something. This is what people don't understand about universal law. When you dress, you know the spirits and demons that you entice in when you dress a certain way? See? That's why God, we talk about scripture, we talk about the Bible, the Quran, whatever the fuck you want to talk about. They talk about a woman dressing a certain way because how you dress gives off an energy. So how you dress creates an energy. How you dress attracts a certain person. You see? And how you think dictates how you dress.
Facts.
You heard? So if I'm comfortable with my ass being looked at, right? That's an action that has a reaction. If I'm comfortable, and they're nice. Little milk bags and shit. But I'm comfortable with my titties might probably pop out, right?
Damn, Jill, don't hide it now.
Right? But what I'm saying is it's the energy. You can't, there's no wrong way to do right, and there's no right way to do wrong. So your approach, your choice of occupation says a lot about your mind.
I understand what you're saying 100%, right?
Yeah.
But not a lot of us have the choice to be like, you know what, let me go ahead and be an accountant today. Let me go ahead and be a Hold
yes,
on.
you do.
Not a lot of us
yes,
have
you do.
it. Not a lot of us
yes,
have
you
it.
do.
Okay, let's
yes,
say to the ones that weren't fortunate enough to have it, and we still got to go ahead and pay our bills. And listen, I know a lot of girls that have a legit job and still work nightlife.
Yeah,
okay, that does not define us as who we are. So now what I'm telling you, what I'm trying to tell you is, what I'm trying to tell you is, I'm not paying attention to the guys that are going to come to my bar and talk to me. But listen, I'm not paying attention to the guys that are coming to my bar.
It's not about the guys that's going to come to your bar. It's about the energy that you put out. So when you're not in the bar, that man is going to follow that energy. It ain't about the bar. Sometimes it's coming from the bar.
Yeah.
You're going to be in fucking Barnes and Nobles. You're going to be in a fucking laundromat. You're going to be outside, not even on work. And that type of man is going to come to you because of what you did in the club. You see? It's energy. Karma doesn't escape anybody. And when a woman, that's some indirect whole shit, right? Like, we live in this
indirect what?
Whole shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah,
So we live in this world. We live in this world. We live in this world.
Okay, we're gonna take it there.
Yeah, I mean, you got the right one. So what I'm saying is, no, I'm saying because
and Bruce together.
What I'm saying is because a lot of these dudes be, I don't know about whoever that guy, but I'm saying for myself, right? Like, I really understand this shit. And a lot of people, I didn't watch no fucking YouTube video and try to copy and download somebody's style. I ain't watch no Kevin Samuel shit and study his shit. This comes from knowledge of self, who I am. I know I am a God. And I know that I pray and ask God for provision and revelations. You understand? So that's a cop-out. Yo, yeah, I gotta pay bills. No, you really don't respect yourself. See? And when you unpack that shit, then you understand why the type of men is in your life. And when you stop fronting like you good, when you really not, then change is gonna happen. Now, everybody's not going to change. Every soul has the ability to change, though. It's free will. My mother molested me. I did 10 years in prison. I came home fucked up. I used to sell crack, rob motherfuckers. I was I was different, right? But I went to jail. I had this awakening. When I got out, I said, you know what? I don't give a fuck how hard it is. I'm going with God. There's nothing God can't give you. And I have to make sure everything that I get and I want is pleasurable and pleases God. And if I do that, then I'm good in the long run. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So that energy that you're wearing is going to stop you from having the energy you need for the man that's supposed to be in your life. Because even though you ain't entertaining them, you entertaining them because it's energy.
You just said something so powerful. See, a lot of times when we're praying for something or we're asking God for something, we want to see the instant results. And the instant results is usually something that we want, like a materialistic thing, like, oh, if I don't wind up with the car, then God didn't do the work. You know what I mean? If I don't wind up with the boyfriend, I don't want a wife, then God didn't do the work. But the thing about it is the plan that God has for you, have you good, like he said, in the long run. Even if, so the way I see it is, even if your long run is not your human experience. Now, so even if my benefits that I'm able to see out is in my afterlife, it's still worth it. Now, I mean, but a lot of people, they don't want to turn towards God for that provision because they're like, man, I need it right now. I need the instant, fix. That's where we lose direction.
Right? If I come in this room and all y'all smoking weed, when I get in my car, guess who smell like weed? Me. Guess who gonna have a contact high? Me. Right? So you have to understand that. And when you start to understand that and you have the confidence, the courage to be mature and not lead with your body and not lead with your sexuality, but lead with who you are as a woman, then you're going to bring that man into your life. And only then, and it's up to you to decide, right? So for the girls who don't know how to do it, you got to pray, you got to ask God, right? That's the wisdom and balance. So what I said was, remember I said, you have to have a process of self-development. You're not wrong for what you're doing because you're unaware. There was a time when I sold crack, right? Smoked weed, was shooting people. I was a whole different kind of person, right? I didn't know. But God protects fools and babies. Now that this conversation is giving you some type of a different perspective, it's up to you to do with it what you gonna do with it.
Facts.
You got a podcast. I just told you, God gives provision, right? So you're praying. This is a form of prayer. Y'all creating content, right? You're not fucking it's not energy. It's different from being here and being in the club. You know that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you can make more money doing this than being in the club without the karma that comes from being in the fucking club.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we're trying to get at.
You don't love yourself enough. Let me tell you something. Chicks listen. You don't love yourself when you move like that. I'm free. You don't love yourself. I'm not going to be outside, my dick swinging and all. I'm not doing that. You ain't going to treat me.
Facts.
And it's not, let me tell you something. It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to, right? It's not what they call you. It's what you answer to. But why you in an environment that you called all types of shit other than what the fuck you are?
Because to pay the bills.
So you just said it's okay to sell your fucking soul.
I'm not saying it's okay to sell my soul.
Yeah.
And
Exactly what she just said. And so many people have that same mindset. Because it pays the bills, I'm gonna do it. Because it pays the bills, I'm gonna put my morals to the side. Because he pays the bills, I'm gonna deal with a man that possibly treats me less than I know I'm worth. Because it pays the bills, and this is the problem with the world. When you are so stuck in the world, you get to a point where you will do anything for money. She just said it herself. Because it pays the bills, I will allow other men to call me whatever they want to call me because it pays the bills. This is the mindset that the world puts you in. Oh, we could even get off of the Bible for a second. This is just the mindset that most people have. Because it pays the bills, but what residue is that action gonna leave on you once you're done doing that thing? Like, in other words, when you're done with the club or you're done doing whatever you're doing, you're ready to put that hat down. What residue are you left with from what you just did? All because it paid the bills. Some of that is not always physically. Some of it is done to you spiritually. You can't get rid of it that easily. Which is why when you see a lot of people on the internet, you're like, man, why do these people talk like that? Because of the residue of the stuff they allowed themselves to go through for just a moment of fun.
When you listen, let me tell you something. No, yes.
No.
So when you think like that, you can be in denial all the fuck you want. You're going to play this fucking tape back and you're going to get some fucking learning. And I don't give a fuck if you like what I'm saying or you don't. Because my goal right now is to give the message, right? So if you say that and you think like that, the type of man that you attract into your life ain't shit. Because the type of a woman that attracts a man is not a good man, is not going to have that way of thinking. Now, let me give you a warning, right? Yo, my friend, yo, Gita.
My way of thinking, if you haven't even heard of my way of thinking
yet.
you
said enough. Yo, Gita.
No, I didn't.
I need a bottle of water. Need a bottle of water quick.
No, I did not say enough because you don't even know. Like, my thing is, like, I do not entertain those type of guys. One thing is me working in the...
choice.
What do you mean?
Because I just told you.
In my personal life, me dating a guy out of the club is not happening.
You don't know how energy works. You don't have a choice.
But I do.
You see that right there? Yeah. So let me show you real quick, right? Yeah, you be on camera. Don't cut it out. This is all vibes. I'm saying, look. So listen. So that's why I gave you the analogy. If y'all smoking, right? Mm-hmm. Whether I smoke or not, if I come into this room, I am affected by that.
Yeah.
Now listen what I'm saying. You could agree or disagree. I don't give a fuck. This is the reality of it. Instead of it being smoke, it's energy. So when you come into that room with that energy, when you leave, that energy is still on you.
And guess what? Any relationship that I ever been in. No, let me tell you real quick. Yeah. Any relationship that I've ever been outside, guys, none of them.
You're not understanding.
Not one of them.
You not understand what I'm saying. And your
not one of them.
Relationships ain't work.
Huh? They didn't work because.
No.
What?
See, like they didn't work.
Yeah, they didn't work.
So listen, right? Let me help you out. Let me get I need a cup too. I'll make this example. Yo, Gita, I need a cup, like a cup. I want to make an example for this. Make an example. What?
Yo le dije si un papi.
Make an example, you know what I'm saying? Right? So, all women, right? Beautiful. You start off like this, right? That's how you start off, right? Start off, right? You start off full, right? Dress a certain type of way, do this. So, all energy depletion, right? Right? I gotta pay the bills. I gotta do this.
It's a fact. New York is very expensive right now. Let me tell you.
Check, right? So look, right? This is you now, right? Right? And then by the time
I'm all drunked up.
By the time the man that God got for you come into your life and he meets you, right? Oh my God, babe, I'm thirsty. I got a drink. Oh my God, you're the one. I love you. Keep me alive. And you go, and in your mind, you didn't realize that all that shit you was doing to pay the bills, which you could have did something different, but you chose not to because there was a deeper reason why you do that sucker shit, but you don't address it. Guess what? Your bottle is fucking empty. And now when it's time for him to fucking drink, right? Now it's time for him to fucking drink, you give him this. He like, the fuck? And only then you realize that you didn't gave that best part of you up and you can't get it back. It's no way to replenish it. It's over. That's your punishment. So you have a choice in terms of how you make money. Money don't make you, you make money. Oh, you didn't catch that. Money don't make you, you make money. It's you, motherfucker. It ain't the money. I could go sell crack, work on Amazon, do motivational speaking. It ain't the money, it's me. Oh, so the reason why you get money that way, that's what you're not addressing. And because you get money that way, you're never gonna have a man worth having. And that's why the men that you dealt with, it didn't last. And when you really unpack that shit, I hope for one of you women watching this shit that you address that shit before it's too late and you got the man that God got planned for you and he thirsty and you can't give him shit. Snap. You gave that shit away in the motherfucking club.
And lately, I'm like, yo, I am done. I'm so tired of working nightlife because it's literally energy draining. Like sometimes I don't even have enough for myself. Like I go home and I am so fucking exhausted.
You're so full of shit, man. I love you.
What?
Yeah, you're so full of shit. I love you.
Why? Why you say that?
Because listen.
Full of shit? I want to know.
Yeah, you can enable her.
Go ahead. No. Nobody's enabling
me. Enabling. I asked why.
You gotta listen. It's wherever you go to, that's where the club gonna go. Cause it's the mindset, right? So money don't make you, you make the money. You are who you are wherever the fuck you are. So if you're not addressing who you are and changing who the fuck you are, no matter where you go, that bitch is coming. Okay? So you have to take accountability. And what I'm saying is it's not your fault because maybe you didn't understand. You gotta go back to how you say, how you say, what you say, the poquito, Mia? How you say little girl?
When you was a little girl. Una niña.
Right?
Una niña.
Right? You gotta go back to that. Because something that happened there is why where you at right now, you think the way you think. And if you don't address that, see, people don't want to address this shit, right? So now, look, this is why I said, let me go back.
No, I just feel like, at the end of the day, I've addressed all of that because I got a lot of childhood trauma.
I know you do.
So, for anybody to sit here and be like, oh, you haven't addressed that, and this is why you're this is why you're that. To me, I'm not going to go ahead and sit here and take that because I have grown from whatever I've been through. No, I have.
I'm not saying you didn't grow. What I'm saying is this, look, you have to, look, it's the reason why I sold crack, right? Let me put it on me, right? So my mother molested me. I didn't have a father in my life, right? So I didn't know how to deal with my anger. Right? I didn't know how to deal with my trauma, so it turned into anger. You see? This is why I was shooting people when I went to prison, right? And because I didn't have a man in my life, I didn't know how to be a man. You see? So, yeah, I'm trying to deal with my trauma, But where is the education on dealing with the trauma coming from?
Okay, so let me.
So listen. So how am I really
Yeah, 'cause she's
clinically
sitting there
dealing with this
defensive.
trauma?
She missing it.
So we don't understand neuroscience. We don't understand psychology. We don't understand cognitive behavioral therapy, right? Like it's real shit that you got to learn before you talk about addressing your issues, right? And I don't want to make it about you. I want to make it about people who you got to understand, right? You are who you are wherever you are. So what I would like for you to take away from this conversation is the money don't make you, you make the money.
I understand.
And when you start to analyze why you are okay with making
What's
money
the
that
why?
way, then you will see that you're not really healed. And then when you understand that, and that's not a public conversation, right? But that's a private conversation. But I'm saying it in this way because I know somebody's gonna see this, right?
Yeah.
And they gotta think about it. Like I was selling crack. You couldn't tell me nothing. But why am I selling crack? Right? I'm selling dope. I'm getting money. But why do I want to make money this way?
Missing it.
I didn't address that, right? And then when I start to, I'm like, oh shit, I'm bugging. Now I'm doing it this way. That's when change and healing starts to happen. And we talk about selling your body and selling sex and shit like that. That's some deeper shit.
Ain't nobody selling their body or selling sex or none of that, because that's totally different. And honestly, I like at the end of the it's very different. You're gonna go ahead and go ahead and remix
move on to the
whoever
next
you
question.
want.
You're getting defensive, man.
But no, I'm not, because you know what it is. I've also been molested. I've been raped at a young age. All of that, they know that. I don't put it out there publicly. But at the end of the day, I feel like me, myself, personally, I've took therapy, and I took that upon myself for me to be an adult and go ahead and take it. And I have taken that very personal and actually applied it to my life. If anything, out of all of my friends, who's the one that's always telling y'all like, yo, this, that? At the end of the day, it does not matter. I feel like sometimes we get put into situations where like you have to do what you gotta do to survive. I'm very spiritual.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No.
I'm very spiritual.
No, listen.
I've been rock bottom. I've been up. I've been like up and down.
No, listen. You don't have to listen. See, one thing. This is why having a man around is important, right? And having a man and letting a man lead and understanding this. I need you to be submissive right now, right? And meaning I need you to be in agreement with what I'm about to tell you, right? So God supersedes all this shit, right? So that's what I need the submission for. I need you to agree to that, right? And then through that, now that's the pathway to change. That's how I changed, right? Because I had to put God over the devil. I had to put God over the demons, right? Well, damn, I'm not, because that was a concern for me, right? I'm coming home from jail, fucked up. I'm used to getting money. Now I'm not selling drugs no more. It's a wrap. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I got hit in the head, right? I begged God, just let me live, right? I thought I was invincible. I begged God, don't let me die this way. And if you let me live, I don't give a fuck. Nigga could come with 10 bricks right now. I ain't gonna say it on the camera, but I'm saying, but I got a family that really is different, right? So I could get whatever I want negatively, right? So it was hard for me to be like, nah, I'm doing this. I'm making $2 a day because I'm going outside rapping. I'm struggling, right? But God blessed me because I struggled, right? And it's nothing that God can't provide. And if God told me I'm not supposed to make money this way, I don't give a fuck what responsibility, what bill. I'm gonna sit there and pray and say, yo, God, I could be selling drugs right now. I know I gotta pay my bills, but help me with a way that's righteous. And God is gonna provide a way that's righteous. And if you're not making money, and I wanna make it about you, right? Because, and I'm sorry that happened to you, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up, right? But I want people watching to know that God will always provide a way for you when you trust in God to provide that way for you. And you got to make sure that how you eat is pleasing to God, because you're not gonna be at peace, right? Fuck if you just pay the bills. You paying the bills, but you ain't really at peace. You're not really happy. You're not at peace, right? Like I wasn't at peace, right? I wasn't at peace. And then it's funny because when I was broke, I'm not broke now, right? But when I was broke, and I was doing the right thing, I was at peace. I was at peace. It was like weird. I'm in a park, I got $2 in my pocket, but I'm like, yo, I'm good. Poses, I got $5,000 in my pocket, $50,000 in the crib, $1 somewhere else, right? And I'm doing dirt. I'm not, I wasn't sleeping. I didn't have good people in my life, right? So there's rewards. And we can't just make it about, I gotta survive. No, God gonna provide for you so you could survive. It's not just surviving, right? And it's not, I'm so glad you said that, right? Because there's another point I had, right? I'm sorry, I gotta be long-winded, right? But I'm gonna say this, right? There's a difference between survival and being satisfied. See, you can survive with the devil, but you're not gonna be satisfied. You'll be satisfied with God, and if you have patience, then you will also be able to survive. But you'll have your peace. See, so that's very important to put your peace above everything, not just the paper and making the money. Yeah.
Okay, so kind of like to speak on what Tracy was talking about and what you're talking about.
Oh, not the
like,
voice change.
No,
Not the
no,
voice change.
no.
Yeah, seriously, okay, not the voice change.
No, for real. No, because listen, like.
La vocal.
La vocal.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. Nah, but for real. So, like, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I completely understand what you're saying. I'm not gonna disagree with it because, you know, like, you make your points. Like, you're dead ass right. But, like, to go on what she's going on, I'm not gonna tell you, like, for example, I'm not in an outside world or whatever, or out in the nightlife right now at this moment, or not fully involved in it, whatever.
Think about it, huh? Okay.
All right. So the thing is, we know what we have to do or what we're wanting to do, like she said, like working on ourselves, doing what we have to do, like we're trying. So you're telling me that I just gotta cut everything cold turkey,
Absolutely.
like
I
a
did it.
drug addict.
Yeah, I did it. Hold on, see.
Okay, but just because you did it doesn't mean that I could do it.
Yes, you can. Now look, hold on, hold on.
Just like you.
Hold on. Listen, the most important thing about this is understanding that the devil is a motherfucking liar. Hold on. The devil is a liar. So let me tell you something. I'm not no fake YouTube fuck nigga. You heard?
Yeah.
I've been through everything. So listen, this is
get that,
this is
but
no,
just
this
like
is
how
this is
you
why no,
said,
this is
you're
how
your
you
own person.
No, listen, hold on.
There's people that
Mira.
cut cold turkey cigarettes.
Listen, the only way to do
And then
this,
there's
right?
people that can't.
The only way to do this, right, is with God. Okay? So you have a choice. So what you should be doing is, what I would advise you to do is to ask how, because you might not know how, right? And when you ask someone who did it, then you'll get the answer how.
Nothing is worse than talking to somebody that has a limited mindset where they don't believe that certain things is obtainable. If somebody else is doing it, most likely you can do it too. Now, I mean, there's crazy things like if you're 5'5", most likely you'll never be able to dunk. You know what I mean? Even though there's dudes that have dunked before. But when you're talking to somebody with a limited belief, it's so hard to get to them because it's almost like they want to believe that they can't do it. Rather than fake it until you make it. Believe that you can do it until you can do it. Know what I mean? But when you're talking to somebody that's like, yeah, but I mean, you was able to do it, but I can't. It's not for everybody. That's such a brick wall. So it's like, all right, so you're just going to accept the fact that you'll receive less than, when you know that your potential could possibly be somewhere else. Somebody said it in another video that I watched before. How would you feel if you get to heaven and God shows your life on a screen and he says, this is the life you're supposed to live, but you didn't believe in yourself, but you had limited beliefs? Wouldn't you feel like a Neanderthal sitting side by side God with a steel chair? Know what I mean? And he's showing you the video of what was possible, but you just couldn't see it. Which is why God says don't lean on your understanding, lean on his. That will give you the strength. Because a lot of times the things that we want out of life is so much mindset. But our mind can only go so far sometimes, especially based off of what we've been through in life. But I can sit here and say right now, myself, I'm experiencing certain things in life that I would have never thought I would experience. But once I started following like a more righteous path in my life, God started showing me what his vision was. Lean on to his understanding. Just do the right thing. Don't force the results. Don't rush God. You know what I mean? Let him be God. You know? It's the long term that you want. And if you don't even, because some people will be like, yeah, but my grandmother, she prayed all her life and she still passed from cancer or something like that. Or my young cousin still got hit by a car. Something crazy. Get too fixated in the physical body. You know what I mean? What if the beautiful life God wants to give you, what if the beautiful side God wants to give you is in your eternity? It may not be in your physical. Think about it. Jesus came here and literally his intent, like God sent him here to die for us. But the intent was for eternity.
That's right. So let me start with the how.
Again,
yeah,
I'm still gonna stick to.
Go ahead.
You might have did it that way, but that way might not work for me.
See,
everybody's different.
That's
listen,
like
okay,
I firmly believe it. Like, okay,
and that's why I told
let's bring it to something healthy, right? If if everybody could lose weight the same way or get in shape the same way, then there would be no people like
That are overweight.
overweight.
Listen.
Yes,
What?
but yes,
Listen, check it
you
out.
might do it one way,
trying to
but that might
justify-
not. No, I'm
Do
not
you-
telling.
listen, yeah.
I'm not justifying. I'm telling you that there's different.
Everybody's not ready to heal. That's one, right? Number two, I'm gonna bring it back to the beginning. How you think creates how you feel. How you feel becomes an emotion. That emotion becomes a vibration. Vibration becomes a magnet that attracts things to you. God supersedes all this shit.
Word.
Motherfuckers' relationship with God don't be intact. So when your relationship with God ain't intact and you ain't got no motherfucking faith, you put man before you put God. You put bills before you put God. Okay? Now this is how you do it. Now I'm gonna start with how I did it, and I'm gonna break it down how you could do it, right? So how I did it was I was getting money. I came home from jail. I'm not selling a drug. I'm not jaywalking. I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking. I'm not doing nothing. I'm a struggle. And I gotta struggle because the karma that I built up doing the shit I was doing before I changed my life, I gotta deal with it. So that allowed me to accept those hard times. That allowed me to accept sleeping on the staircase. That allowed me to accept having $2 in my pocket and trying to go to 99-cent store to buy a big thing of oatmeal so that shit could stretch me 4 or 5 days, right? Because I know I was doing wrong. So I gotta struggle. That's your testimony. That's revelation, right? And then now I'm at the brink of I'm ready to quit. God don't put a burden on you that you can't bear.
Word.
Everybody's pain threshold is different. That's the only thing that's different. But everybody's tested. Everybody, right? So now you got to be at the brink of breaking. I'm like this.
'Cause I'm
like this. Look. I'm like this. Look. I'm like this. I'm looking at God. I'm not listening. One thing about my brand, my shit ain't fake. I'm telling you some real shit. I got a gun in the chicken box. I'm sitting here. I'm like this. I'm mad. I'm smaller than I was. When I came home, I'm 250. I'm growling. All I did was lift weights. I come home, niggas gotta pay me. I'm sitting there. I'm like a fucking big ass gorilla looking at nothing but Elmos get money. What? And I'm fucked up. I'm like this. If something no motherfucking, something gotta give. And right when I was over, right? Shout out to my man Timor King. He come to me. He got like, yo, man. Yo, you rap? I sell my music. I found the way, right? God gave me that because I stayed there. My faith. Give me your hand, man. Give me your hand.
I'm giving you my hand.
I stayed like, listen, no matter what happened, I never let go of God.
Okay.
I didn't let go. So you couldn't, no matter what was happening around me, I didn't give a fuck. I kept my faith. I knew I had to go this way. I knew. And the devil was trying to make me feel like I would have died. I would have died. I had a friend, I don't want to say his name, right? And we both was on the same path, right? And he got off the path. He broke his promise. He ain't here no more. I didn't let go. And then when you don't let go, God blesses you with another way, right? Now, this is how you do it, because you in media. Advertisement. You go, you go like this. Look, this is the life you living, right? You go, yo, God. Right on time, me though. Look, oh yeah, right? Look, you go, look, you go like this, cause I did it. Look, you go, look, God. I'm gonna wait. That's it. You gotta wait. Who the fuck you think you are? Cause God, it ain't when you want it. It's when it's on God's time. But you gotta make that sacrifice. Cold turkey. I'm letting it go. And then when you let go and you really let go, that's showing what? That's showing faith. That's showing humility, right? That's showing belief. I believe that God is gonna answer my prayer. I believe that God is gonna provide. God is coming. Yeah, he coming. And everybody like, look, no, he not. That's the devil. No, he not. You gotta pay bills. You gotta, well, fuck it. Guess we going in the shelter. Pack me up. Or you gonna lose the car. You gonna, fuck it. Bye. We gonna lose the car? Okay, look, we gonna lose it. Take the car. Yeah. Oh, you gonna lose the clothes? Take the clothes. Butt naked, balls to the wall. Fuck it. You can take everything from me. You're not gonna take my faith. You can take none of this material, none of it. You can take the crib, the house, the food. You can take, and you're not gonna take my faith. You're not gonna take my belief in God. There's nothing you can do to shake me from that. I don't give a fuck. And when you move like that, I promise you, I don't give a fuck who you is. God gonna come. And when he come, he gonna come heavy. He gonna come heavy. You gonna be like, God damn, you know I got this much money. What the fuck going on? I'm good. I'm good now. I'm good now. Yo, ain't we G though? I'm good now, right? Because I suffered. But one thing I never lost was my faith. I lost hustling. I lost clothes. I lost these fake ass bitches. Lost family. I lost everything. It was like, damn, like, yo, what the fuck, God, for real? Yeah, let it go. But what he replaced it with is irreplaceable.
Okay.
You probably thinking, like, why she not talking?
No, I'm not.
I'm not healed.
I know you're
I'm not happy.
There you go.
I'm not at peace.
See, look, mira.
So
No, listen.
I'm gonna just stay
No,
quiet.
listen, give me.
Because I got not.
That's right. But listen, look, listen. But that's the first step. Oh, yeah. The first step. The first step is identifying that. See, we get it fucked up. It ain't how you, niggas be like, yo, Jesus, pray. That's not how you fucking pray, nigga. You pray with fucking tears, because its intention is honesty. I'm in Southport Box. I'm in prison. I'm in the hole. You heard? I'm breaking down. I'm going crazy. Like, why? I ain't having my mother did this, my father. I'm like, what the fuck? You got me. Why I'm here? I shouldn't be here. And I broke down. See, God will answer you when you real. So that's the first step. Knowing, okay, well, I'm not healed. I'm not, okay, cool. And you tell your God, look, man, I'm fucked up. Yep, I'm still greasy, man. And he gonna come to you how you need to be come to, right? He gonna deal with you how you need to be dealt with. You may need some fucking oranges. You may need some apples. You may need some grapes. I may need some fucking mangoes. But it's all fruit from the same tree. See?
Mm-hmm.
So you good. Don't be. I'm gonna tell you something I learned, right? They said if the person who believes in God, really believes in God, knew God's wrath, they wouldn't be so cocky. They said if the person that didn't believe in God knew God's mercy, they wouldn't feel so bad. God loves you. Even if you don't love your fucking self. That's why you're still breathing. Right? That's God's grace. I felt like shit. I felt, you know what it's like how your mom fuck with you? You know what that shit do to you? You know what that shit do to you? It make you feel like you don't exist. It make you feel like you just kill me now. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna happen for you, but it's gonna happen on God's time. And I think this moment is part of you going in the right direction. But you have to have the courage to go in the right direction, and you're not gonna have the courage if you don't have the knowledge, right? Like God is gonna provide. That's why, think about it. I didn't know what the fuck, right? But I'm telling her because I'm feeling her energy, right? Yo, look, do this, do that. And you like, man, fuck all that. We're gonna follow up. We're gonna get these ads, right? And then when you make the sacrifice, God rewards you in the area that you need to be rewarded in. So I started selling CDs, right? And I went from making nothing to selling CDs, but now I'm making $100, $200 a day selling CDs. It may not seem like much, but 10 days, that's $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's $6,000 in a month. I could take care of myself with that. I could pay bills. And I said, oh shit, I'm selling fucking CDs. We still sell CDs to this day. God's provision never runs out. God's blessing, that shit don't run out. What the devil give you, that shit run out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy that, like, you know, I didn't mean to get so emotional, but like you're hitting so many points, like you don't even know, like, you know, my friends close to me know.
I told you Big Daddy, didn't I tell you?
My friends close to me, like, they know that everything that you're talking about right now it has like some type of a meaning, you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
to what I'm going through. And I don't know if it's like God talking to me through you, you know, or what it is, but like, you know, I'm like 100% a believer in God. Before I started going through everything that I'm actually going through right now,
that's good. Wait, let me say. Listen. Let me tell you something, right?
I need a break.
Yeah. So healing is good. See, we get this fucked up because we be living in this fake ass world, right? Healing is good, because that's the only way for God. Because it's humbling, right? Let me tell you something. Yo, you know how I knew God was coming to me? I'm in Southport Box. Look, I want you to look at me. Look, I want you to look at me, right? I never cried. Because when I used to cry, my mother used to beat me more, right? Mm-hmm. So I had to learn how to just be tougher, right? I I didn't cry in like 20 fucking years. I'm in the box and I started crying. I said, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Yo, I knew it was God. I'm like, cause it was no way.
That's how I feel right now. I'm like,
Right? So, but it's good though, because what it is, look, what it is it's showing that when you hear God talking to you, you hear God talking to you. That's the first step. You got to be able to hear it. Some bitches can't hear it. They deaf.
Oh, I
Fuck
hear
you
it.
mean? What? You don't know me? You don't know me?
I hear
Girl,
him.
Pastor Don Julio, you don't fucking know. Well, you don't know me. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I don't know you. Yeah, all right. It ain't me. It's God. The fuck you talking about, right?
So look, I don't want to play their whole video. I just really wanted to share that part with y'all. Very powerful interview. Y'all could go check it out. It's on the podcast. I believe it's called the Lingerie Talks podcast. Y'all go check it out or whatever. I think it's the video that has the most views on their page. But hey, man, it's been your boy Ty Boogie. I want to hear y'all comments below. What do y'all think about this very, very, very powerful interview? Like I said in the beginning, anytime we're reacting to Smart Guy, I'm not going to pause it a lot because bro be speaking from a different realm. You know what I mean? Like, and I just enjoy hearing the brothers speak. It's something about us New Yorkers and our passion. I would say that's our superpower. We could really make somebody feel something. You know what I mean? And the way he was able to shake up the room, how everybody just had this wall up, and he was able to break it down without being disrespectful. It was just so refreshing to watch. Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll be back in the lab tomorrow. So, now I appreciate y'all for staying tuned and all that good stuff. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications. It's been your boy Ty Boogie. Until next time, man, I'm out of here. Peace.